Nu
Oj.
försvann det.
Ja.
Du är här. Nu spelar du in alltså.
Okay, now I'm recording. So hello everyone, welcome back to this wonderful show where me and CJ talks about life pretty much. And I'm going to use my favorite English expression on this one. Hold on to your assholes, everyone, because this one is going to be great. And now I'm getting
Okay, yeah. This was I couldn't hear you. So.
What? No, yes.
Okay.
That was a great introduction, and then we had some technical difficulties. But what do you think about that? Oh, maybe I'm gonna start with say that we have had I don't know. I think it was 60. Oh shit, whatever. 67 views. So I think that's great.
Yeah.
And 1 subscriber, and I
Wow.
know who that is. So please subscribe, everyone who's watching this. Then you can be mentioned in the next one. And we have also got I have heard some feedback on how we're doing. So I'm going to present it here. So I tend to say or whatever, something like that. Or, like I say something and then I say or whatever, and I should stop doing that and just stick to my words.
I should do that as well.
I haven't heard those criticism for you, but sure, that's a good rule.
Yeah.
And what I think, I think there was something. That was the thing I remembered. Oh yeah, maybe that both it's. I also heard this that is interesting when we. Oh yeah, when we reference something.
Yeah.
We should say what we are referencing, and talk so people understand everything, not just I saw this video and then no one has a clue what video this is.
Yeah.
So you just have to say what video it is and be more broad, or maybe be more. Say whatever we're talking about, basically.
Yeah. Link in the description is.
Oh yeah,
like, that's a good.
Link in the description below. I'm gonna So we will introduce that concept, and it's also I also had some positive feedback for you that is very good when you're very good at going back to stuff that is interesting. I don't remember the specific now, but it was something like, you went back and said you said something about this, and then we talked about it again, like something like that. So it's that's very good as well. Yeah, I think that's covered. Yes. So last time we spoke about many different things, but one specific was to do 50 thank you messages in 1 week. And I can start off by saying that I haven't completed these 50. I think I hit 35 or something, and then it became very difficult. But now I don't know if this is a loophole, or we can discuss this. But because there's a lot of discuss just in this topic. But you sent me a text and said that you made it. You made 50.
Yeah.
Thank you. And how do you feel right now? How does it feel
I
be
feel
so grateful?
Yeah, it's been one of the best weeks in my life, or something. I've never been so happy, I think, happy. It's been really great, and I've been so emotional and thinking about all these beautiful people that it's been a part of my life. It's been really great. It's like one day I did like 14 people. I was like, oh, it was so amazing. And it was also when I was like at 40 people, when I started to like expand the circles of people, like I'm starting to contact like physiotherapists who help me with like with injuries and stuff like that, like thanking them for the support and being a part of like that that journey or my journey. So yeah, it's been emotional, and it's been yeah, it's been great. I couldn't stop either, so I did like 52, and I thought about another person that I should tell today as well. So it's been great.
Oh, that's amazing. And now I'm getting almost a bit jealous that I didn't continue to do all them. But I can say that it's also been very, very nice to do. Like very, yeah, very both challenging and very a very good feeling. I can't say that it has been the best week of my life, but it's a very good week, I have to say.
Not in terms of feeling happy and feeling like the most like the content feeling, or like how like in terms of feeling happy and feeling like joyful. It's
yeah, but I can agree with that, because I think something, I don't know, but something shifted, like something happened. I feel more at ease, and I feel more. I think it's such a almost like a ridiculous easy thing. It's not that easy, but it's kind of easy to for the effect that it gives you. Like, it's not that hard, but the effect is very. I mean, it's really worth it. It's really worth trying out. So yeah, I have to, that. You're having.
Just make watching. Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's.
But did you find any group of people or anything? Did you find one more difficult, or did you find it? Maybe someone is watching, so you maybe, I don't know. But maybe like, did you find any like group of people, or more challenging, or did you? Oh, because I can just start for how it was for me. Because when you start sending one, maybe I took one that is closer to me, or someone that is a bit easier, and then it kept on rolling. I thought, this person, and then this person, and then this person, and then I tried to find more difficult ones, and then how was that for you?
It was like you described. It was like. Once I started to do it, like those were in my heart or in my vicinity in train of thoughts right at the time, and I sent the messages, and then just like, oh, that person touched me really in my heart, and then I just kept on going. But it was like I did I think it was 4 people the first day, and then like 14 the next day, and then I wasn't like 1 or 2 those days in between. But then it's when I got rolling again, it's like 12, 14 people the next day. So it's like, I don't know, it's like there's a certain people, of course, that's probably for me that have been more like had difficult relationships, or somehow made an impact in my life, and I can really see that even though maybe I hurt them or they hurt me, that I can honestly say that I'm grown from that relationship, and I'm thankful for that. So it was really easy to, even though we haven't spoken a lot of those people in a long time, just to write them and say that I'm thankful for that time that we spent together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Almost like the more difficult the person was, the better the feeling was afterwards. Like it was If I found so okay, I have to send to this person, then I thought, I really have to send to this person because it was so good. Like I mean, it felt so good afterwards.
Yeah.
But then I have a like. Did you send to anyone you don't really know? Because I did that. I sent to. I sent to Kyle Cease, and he was the person that sort of introduced this game to me or whatever. I don't know him. I just saw a video of him. This was.
Did he respond?
No, he hasn't responded. I think it was Saturday or something.
Yeah.
But that felt really good. And then I sort of, like you said, expanding circles. So then I thought, I mean, if I can send to people that I don't even know, I mean, now I can go forever. It's like, I mean, I just started to realize that I can send to so many people, and why shouldn't I? Like, because sometimes I can think like, this person must get so many messages, like, or whatever. But then it's like, but that should, like, I mean, if that person doesn't want to read it, it doesn't really matter because it feels good to me. And if the person reads it, I mean, we're all humans. It should be nice to get a message, even if you get a lot of them every day. Don't you think?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I think yeah.
Or do you think you get used to it?
I think in a certain sense you maybe get used to it, but I think when there are certain days maybe then you're not really feeling something, and then it's something that just like maybe it's your message pops up in like his phone, and he's like, wow, I touched this person in a beautiful way, and now he's thanking me. Then maybe, yeah, I don't think it fully goes away, or you get like used to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're that famous person and you get so many messages a day, maybe you get like, your assistant tells you like, you got 10,000 thank you messages today. That's nice. 10,000 today. That's a good day. And then then at least I was one of those contributing to those 10,000 messages. So that's good enough, I guess.
Yeah. But or like, even though there are like 10,000, just zoning in on one, I think that would be like enough for me if I was in like that, situation. That one, like each day I just pick one, and that will be special in itself.
Yeah, I guess I mean, in the beginning, maybe you read. I used to play poker. Oh yeah, I used to play poker professionally. So, and then I was listening to one of the most famous poker player called Daniel Negreanu, and he said that in the beginning, when he started to sort of build his fan base, basically, he answered every message, and then he still basically answered quite a lot of messages, and like telling people in the beginning was like strategies and everything, and that's how he sort of built a lot. He's probably he's definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest, like poker star there is today. And I mean, yeah, that's you've got to start somewhere. So I mean, even if you don't get, like, he probably gets thousands of messages every day now, or I don't know, like how, like, do you think famous people do get that many messages? I never sent a message to anyone like that. Have you done that, like to someone that is famous that you don't know, like to like Zlatan or whoever?
No, I think I have not done that actually.
And so maybe it's not that. Maybe you just think, they must get so many messages, and maybe they don't get that many because people don't send. Well, Because
I don't know.
you just hear like, oh yeah, because you just hear them like, yeah, it's maybe inconvenient when they're out on the street, like people, you get like people recognize them, but that's one thing, because maybe you want to have a photo or whatever, or talk to them in person, but to get a message, maybe they don't get that many messages. Yeah, it's
Do you have any famous people that you would like to have a selfie with, or if you met them on the street, you would like to talk to them?
yeah, I mean, since like I'm the kind of, like, I like to consume a lot of like podcasts or what, or YouTube videos, or from one person at a time. So I just like, so right now it's definitely Kyle Cease, and before that has been Russel Brand, and but also like what's his name? And like many different, Michael Thaft is another one that I recommend. He has a meditation podcast. His name is Michael Thaft. I don't remember the name of the podcast, but it's very good. Yeah, I like consume, like if I find someone that I like, I want to consume everything they made, and then well, all of those people, I don't know how Michael Taft looks like, but probably, let's say then Russell Brand and Kyle Cease, for sure, those two. And then I don't know if I don't yeah, there's more people that I would like to. I think I like this is fun, but PewDiePie. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. It would be fun to have a selfie with him, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe also because he's like, we're the same age, and we're from the same city. He's from Gothenburg, so it's like, yeah, it's not that different, but he's just the most famous person on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's good. That'd be fun. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you have any any
The
special?
only one that
Only
pops
one.
up, it's Russell Brand that I would like geek out or like be like Beatles or whatever would be him. Yeah, because like a role model for me in terms of a lot of views on like spirituality or religion and politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That would be cool. But I mean, like him, I would like all of them. Obviously, I would like to have a. I guess everyone wants to talk to these famous people, and but it would be nice to just have a selfie. But do you think if you would meet Russell Brand, would you be able to talk to him, or would you be like would you be like Beatles and you'd be like, holy shit, I don't know what to say here?
I probably no. I don't think
you
I would get that far, but I would probably I would. Yeah, I would. If I were with somebody, I would like make me go up and take that selfie. Yeah.
But let's get back to that, to this 50,
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Have you had? I don't know who's watching this. Like these 67 people, they might be just random. I know that probably I know that some people that I know have watched it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe some people you know probably have watched it.
Yeah.
But has anyone said anything like they know that you send the messages, so it's not like like we almost spoke about, we spoke about this the last time, but like the thing, like when you know that you got like this person is doing this to grow or to develop himself or herself, or then you might feel not as happy about the message, or do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. There've been a couple of people who asked me why I was doing this or why did I like say this now, and I told them like write about that I was doing this exercise or this challenge to do 50 people, tell them how I feel about them and how my gratitude towards them. And that was one of the people. He was like, "Wow!" He was even more impressed. Like I felt that he was like, "That's you're a real inspiration." He told me, and he thought it was really a great challenge to do. And there was another person in my life, yeah, that I dated, that I spoke to yesterday, and she was also really like intrigued of why I was doing this and why I contacted her like today or like this day, and that I was hesitant to say why, but I was like, it does not matter for me, or it shouldn't matter. It could be. I can't control what what happens in her, so I just was honest, and she really like caught on to the idea as well. She wanted to try as well. Yeah, I think I linked. I think I linked the YouTube video to her as well. So
that's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I found when just that I told you think it's worth even what like these other people what I said, it's worth that. Well, now you did it as well. Maybe if you told someone, they do it as well, and that's I mean that's crazy. Like then to me that is crazy because it's I can probably like often feel like why would I don't have anything like why would someone listen to what I say like that you should why not listen to you know Kyle Cease or Russell Brand, listen to someone who knows more, so to say. But I mean that's maybe I know more than some people as well. I mean, just this exercise, it's just I mean, you don't have all the information in the world, obviously. So it's nice to share it, that I could share this exercise with you.
Yeah. Have you listened to the YouTube episode of
Ours?
talking? Yeah.
No, I haven't done that yet.
You
But
haven't?
I want to do it. Like,
Yeah.
have you done it?
Yeah, I like listened to it 2 times or 3 times or something.
So there's
That's like a portion of those people are me.
That's like a third.
Just listen to us. But I sent you this message as well, and I was like, "Where those people in this video, they're such gifts to the world. Like we are such gifts." Because I'm listening to this, not well, it's maybe like something that I feel is what is it called, narcissistic maybe, but it's also like I get to see or hear myself and you like in another space, in another way. Yeah, it's can I be that thoughtful, or can I actually be that clever? It's a nice feeling. It's
now I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should listen to it too. It's like you're almost reprogramming yourself that I actually say those things that I sometimes hear in my head that sounds quite okay, but I'm actually saying them out loud and sharing them with someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's I should do that because I thought maybe I should listen to it just for sort of like the learning experience, like what can I improve? But I could, I mean, just listen to it and to sort of, for that reason as well is good enough, I guess. Great. So where do we go from here?
I don't know.
Because I had the I didn't have a topic, but I had, like you said, like other people. Yeah, maybe that is a topic, because I said like who I listened to before, like I wouldn't take a selfie with, but I mean those people inspire me. Echart Tolle, that's the one I was supposed to say. So Echart Tolle as well. It'll be fun to have a selfie with him.
Yeah,
he has.
it's probably a great selfie face.
Yeah, exactly. Great selfie face on Echart Tolle. But like, do you have anyone like that is, or any like people that you doesn't necessarily want to take a selfie with, but that inspire you, that you might listen to on a like semi-regular basis, or had listened to before, or anything like that, except for the Russel Brand?
No, it's Russel Brand, but it's I feel sometimes probably like when we meet, and like and probably some other friends, that I feel like I'm broken record, like always talking about something I heard on a Russel Brand podcast, because it's so, the things he brings up in those episodes is very it really makes an impact on me. And
but do you listen to them over and over again then, because he hasn't made that many? Or has
but I have, like, you and I have spoke about the physician, Dr. Gabor Mate. Yeah, that episode with Russel Brand I've listened to like 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's so good. And yeah. And there are other that I have listened to more than once. I haven't listened to them all actually, but certain, like, really, because I really want to listen. I don't want to do something else at the same time. I want to listen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take walks with my 3-month-old daughter, and then she sleeps, and then I listen. So then I do this once, like 1 or 2 hours a day. So then it's easy to to consume a lot of in my world than Kite sees. So that like that's how I sound like a broken record with my wife when I just say, yeah, he said this. That's really good. You should like keep on like repeating these things. And then I listen to a lot of those episodes over and over again. Then I try to sort of mix in some Russel Brand as well. I think, yeah, because he's very good too. But so like didn't you like, was Russel Brand the first, or is he the only? It must be some other.
Yeah.
It's called spiritual or whatever, self-developing, or
yeah.
podcast,
that I listened to.
Or video on YouTube, like anything.
I like the School of Life on YouTube, but at the same time, I don't know, it's hard. Some videos are very good and others are not.
But do you like to listen to like that? Because Russel Brand has his podcasts are very special, I think, because he always has his agenda, so to say. Like he has his what he wants to say as well, and then they have the guest, but what were I supposed to get? Yeah, but sometimes like listening to another podcast that has nothing to do with sort of spirituality or making the world a better place, and just listening to do you know Rich Roll, for example?
Just one episode.
Yeah, well, okay, but then like listen to anyone else that is or Joe Rogan, the biggest, like listen to just someone that has a completely different worldview or talks about something completely different, but they interview a person that has at least something that is you can extrapolate what is interesting about this person into your own life. Like there's this guy, I don't remember his name now, like Goggins or something like that. He's like a ex-marine and he basically like runs, he does this crazy like physical things with his body. He's like running like for a week or something straight with no sleep, and he's running on his broken foots, and he's doing so many crazy, like running 10 marathons in a row.
Yeah.
Like crazy ultra marathon stuff, like beyond the ultra marathon. And when I listen to him, he has been on Ritual, for example.
Yeah.
So then it's not that I want to, I also want to run 10 marathons and go crazy with my body, but I just, that what I learned from that, so I can be like, this is just amazing how much more we can do with our body. And then I get that idea into myself, and then I can sort of push myself in those areas. And I mean, I can do much more than I think I can. Like that mentality, I can learn from. He's doing it in marathons, but I can do it in, I don't know, a YouTube video. Like you can do so much more than we think. That was a long rant, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like you can like listen to someone that is just inspiring because they're doing something that it sounds extreme, but you take that concept or you take that sort of spirit and then you sort of go with that and sort of Have you done that, or do you
what comes to mind, this meditation app which is called Meditation Studio. They have a podcast which is called Untangled, and it's kind of like this, but they interview like what we do now, but they interview someone who is have like a fascinating story about meditation. And that I feel when I listen to those, that it always gets like into the real world as well. Like how can I put like this new perspective on things in my life, or how can I think differently about myself, which will improve how I feel or how I behave or like that. So that's
Untangled. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Untangled.
That's a podcast.
Yes.
I'm gonna write it down here.
Yeah.
Put it in the description below.
Yeah, links will be in the description.
Untangled. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Untangled. Yeah, because yeah. But do you have any books then? Yeah, let's go for books, not just podcasts. Or is it just Russel Brand again? The Love Revolution.
Yeah, I've read the Love Revolution, but I really it made an impact on me then. Back then when it came, but I also want to read the recovery one about like unfucking yourself, or what he's calling it, from addictions basically. And then it's not addiction to necessarily alcohol or drugs. It could be anything, like things you don't want to do necessarily, but you do them anyway because in a certain way you need that thing in your life, but you can't really find the reason to quit, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, but do you find that what kind of addiction do you have that you want to share?
Sure. No, but in terms of my understanding of myself, I think like the issue I don't have is like it's not alcohol or drugs or something like that. It's mainly, I think YouTube is one of my addictions, or what YouTube brings, or what it does to me. It makes me not think and not feel, and it takes me away to another place, basically. And
is it that you go like, do you just look at videos to
yeah,
videos?
yeah, video after video, and before, like when I was younger, I used to play a lot of video games, like on the computer, and that was my escape from reality. That I could be somebody else, and where life was simple. You do this quest, you get this amount of gold or whatever.
Yeah.
And not like being in the real world where you don't necessarily get any reward by doing something the right way, or it's like that straightforward.
It's not that straightforward, but I think if you do it right long enough,
Yeah,
the reward
sure.
is definitely coming your
Yeah,
way.
yeah, that's true.
But so YouTube. Yeah, I think YouTube can be one. For me, it's. I think I have similar than with. I don't know if it's an addiction, but it's more like if I allow myself to go on YouTube. Maybe I want to watch. Like I know I want to watch this clip, for example.
Yeah,
But then when it's over, instead of just sort of, even if it's a good one with Kyle Cease, for example, like if I sort of I want to watch another one, like I don't just sort of take a moment and stop. I just okay, because the feed is all there's always like something new.
yeah,
But and I don't. I mean, I think like almost everyone is like in some way addicted to their phone, like because you can do so many things on the phone. Like,
yeah.
and one thing that happened to me just like an hour ago or two, that I had dinner, and then my phone was there, and I thought, oh, I was gonna pick it up, but then I was like, well, I'm just gonna not pick it up right now and just see what happens. So I didn't pick it up, and then I kept. So maybe there's something like that pop up, like something else, because I think like if I take up my phone, I sort of you distract yourself from something to
Yeah,
go to get into you or whatever. I mean, you distract yourself, so you're
yeah,
not as aware. And then I thought, oh, I'm gonna send this. It's not like a one of those 50 text like thank you messages, but it was a similar one. Like I wanted to say that I had a really good conversation, with a person today. So I said, oh, that's a nice one thing. I can do that. So I did that, and then I put my phone away, and then I just realized. I mean, this is what's happening all the time, like because you do something so habitually, like pick up your phone for. Well, I mean, when I'm in school, like when it's like where we have a break, so many people you
yeah,
pick up their phone, like you do. That's like the first thing you do, and then you maybe interact with someone or whatever it is. But it's such a habit that it's so interesting to see like there might be something else like wants to appear in your mind or whatever. But if you're on your phone looking at whatever you can, I mean, on the phone you can. That's why I think you can be addicted to the phone because there's so many things you can do on it.
yeah. I I don't know what the English word is. I can't. Maybe it's a comforter. In Swedish, it's
Yeah,
snuttefilt.
yeah,
It's like you just take it like to feel okay.
yeah,
Like you're feeling bored for just a second, and you just take out the phone, and you get gratification, or you get like the instant reward of checking an app or whatever, and then you lose the boredness or the tiredness or the anxiety or whatever, and it's always there, so it's always can like remove those things for the moment you change your state, I guess. um,
yeah. But I think that's what's so interesting with the phone because it's such a like it's so because I wasn't even aware that I felt uncomfortable before I was picking it up. I just sort of there it is, I'm gonna take it. I mean, it was almost like an instinct to take the phone, and then when I say, oh, I'm not gonna do it, then I felt uncomfortable. So I stayed with that uncomfortableness for a while, and then something that was nice showed up.
Yeah.
But I mean, because the phone is so easy to take, it's also so hard to not take it because it's so available. It's like I don't know, comforter. I don't know what I know what word that Swedish word that is like a baby has a blanket that they carry all the time. That's like the phone. Let's say comforter. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we go with that word.
It's crazy how before you even because if you eat something, you can sort of feel uncomfortable for a while, and then you eat it. But then you at least felt uncomfortable for a while, and then okay, now I'm gonna have a cookie to feel better. But with the phone, it's like you don't even feel uncomfortable. You just take it. You just block that uncomfortableness.
Yeah. But in terms of the challenge with the 50 messages, or like tell them, did you actually do any, like, did you call somebody or did you tell them in person, or just like send?
I mean, I did. I told my wife, but then I also sent her. Well, she sent me one, and then I sent her one. So I don't know if the things I wrote were better than what I said. So I don't know if that counts really. Otherwise, I didn't do anyone in person. I wrote all of them. Yes. Did you do anyone in person?
Yeah, I did one, at least one that I can think of now. It was a person at my job that I told her how I feel, like her integrity and always being very strong with that.
Mm.
Yeah.
At your job?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I called my mother and father to tell them that I'm grateful for the part they played in my life and that I love them. And there was another person as well that I was had a phone call with, and then I told her that I really think highly of her.
No. Yeah. Nice. I when you say this, because I felt that I wanted to, like, my father is dead, and you know that, but not the other people. So I felt that I wanted to write maybe a letter to him and say thank you, or like, I mean, I can say it as well, but I don't know, for me, it's something about writing that gives me a bit more time to otherwise I have more, it takes some time for me to get into sort of a state where I feel calm. So, and if I write it, I have more time to say what I want, so to say. So I felt, I mean, and then and then I thought, well, if you can thank dead people as well, you can. And now, I mean, the thanking is, I mean, you can thank so many people. You can you can do this like for the rest of your life. I had at one point in the beginning when I felt so good about this, I felt, what if I just do like 10 every day, and like, just do this? This is my thing. This is what I do. And then I felt also like, and every time I take out my phone, and instead of doing like anything, like except by calling, like whatever is necessary, that's the only thing I do. I just thank people all the time.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. I mean, 10 people every day for a year, that's a lot.
Yeah. But think how good you would feel.
Yeah.
Or like how much, how good they would feel. But it's,
yeah. I mean, if you only actually, I mean, now 10 is very good. If you only did one, but you did every day, or like 5, or and if you include any person in the world, you can thank. I mean, you can, and then you can literally thank like everyone. Like you can thank whoever.
Yeah.
You can thank your whole family history backwards. Like write a single letter to. I mean, you don't have to do it. Yeah, you can thank a lot of people.
Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna like keep on thanking?
I'm gonna. What I realized was that I have gotten so much better to like be in the moment and tell people how I feel. And this also makes, I think, the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Yeah.
But the next, and it's, I like somehow I like the feeling of being very vulnerable, because I don't know why, but maybe it's that I feel something that's very true. But it's also hard when you're like face to face sometimes, or you're in a crowded area and you want to say like those vulnerable words to that person, and thanking them. When it becomes really true what they actually mean to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to do. I mean, because I thought like before I did this, I also thought. I mean, I don't know if this is what you're saying, but that I want to be a person that is good at thanking other people. I mean, I know some people that are just good at it, and it's such a great quality to have. And then I want to have that quality too. But then you sort of have to start doing it. Just do it.
Yeah. But yeah. But in the same time, I think like it's one thing saying the words like what you mean to people and saying thank you, but in another way, I feel that you have like this what's it called? Närvaro. What's it called? Awareness, or like presence.
Yeah, presence. Yeah.
Presence when you meet people that makes, well, that's me feel that that you don't maybe have to say those words.
Yeah, but I understand what you mean, but I just feel that it's just so nice to sort of bring thankfulness into the world, if you want to put it that way. Like
That's
it's so
true.
nice to be whoever. I mean, you can say to if you're in a restaurant. I mean, you can say thank you, but you can like you can say it in thank you in different ways. I mean, you can just. I can't make the claim that I'm always present, but I can try to be thankful, and then I sort of brings
That's
present
true. Yeah.
into my life. Sort of, I mean, you just say thank you. This is, yeah. If you have that as a reminder, it's sort of, oh yeah, I can be thankful for this.
Yeah, it's because when you say it like that, it also yeah, you never know in terms of like my mother had a stroke last year, and in a way it was like a wake up call for well, the whole family, I guess. And but it's like the days are numbered, and let's make the best of what we got, because you never know when it will be over. And like
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So say say things, say it. Don't just wait for some other time.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel that it is vulnerable to say thank you and to be. It's vulnerable to be present, kind of. I mean, we're not really. The society is not really helping us to be present. So just to be present for yourself, but I can also help or support another person to be present if they hear that that you are grateful for them. They can just bring, something better into this world.
Yeah.
On that note.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have anything?
I have. I was on a date yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Nice.
yeah, and when like it was going okay, like first time you meet and stuff like that, you're like, yeah, testing the water and see what the other person is like, and you ask questions, and then like halfway through maybe, she asks me, like in the podcast Värvet, the interviewer asked the person who is being interviewed, like, who are you? And that was such a good question, because really like took the conversation to the next level. Maybe we're in a things like being on autopilot, maybe, in our conversation, but that was like when we got like more vulnerable and like more in touch with each other and ourselves, I guess. So that's maybe a question for you now.
No.
Who are you, Philip?
Oh, nice question. First, what I was thinking of when you said it, because I know there is like a therapy thing, or whatever you want to call that, like a meditation therapy thingy.
Yeah.
It's like a week long. My wife has done this. So, and then you sit in front of each other and you ask, I think it's for 5 minutes, tell me who you are. And then the other person just tells for 5 minutes, and then you go back and forth.
Yeah.
And you do this basically for a week, and you just tell the other person who you are.
Yeah.
And now you're asking me, like, to tell that I should tell you who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, right now,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, this is complicated, but right now I feel, I know that I'm not my feelings, but now I feel a bit stressed, because I just heard for some time ago that our baby was crying, and then I felt sort of, I hope everything is going well. So then I felt sort of stressed about it. I know I'm not my stress, but that's what I felt. But who I am, I mean, I have had a sense, and I know that I'm not this person. I mean, I'm the awareness that experience this thoughts and feelings and body. But that keeps shifting back and forth. Right now, I feel that I'm much more this physical thing than something else. I feel very aware of myself, of my body, and my feelings. I feel a bit nervous right now. Yeah. I don't know. Should I keep on going? I mean,
No, I think I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think it's yeah, it's an interesting question. Either way, either how you answer it, I think you get in contact with something, I guess.
Yeah. They kind of put. I mean, it is putting you on the spot, because it's sort of, even if you read a lot and maybe have I don't know, maybe if you feel that you have an intellectual understanding that you might not be this body or these thoughts or these feelings, it can be difficult to remember that is the case, like that you. So I mean, and then we sort of, and we're in the feelings or in the thoughts or in the body, those things, I mean, it tends to sort of, now I am this stress. That's what I am. Like I am this stressed feelings.
Yeah.
Even if when you said it, like ask me who I am, I just sort of, I get this shift. So it's sort of, yeah, I know that I'm not this stress. I am something else. But then it's sort of a voice in my head goes, yeah, but right now you're stressed. You're not that voice, or you're not that awareness. You're stressed right now, so be stressed. So I mean that's the challenge of being a human, I guess. But
I like that answer because I feel it brings out like what makes you, or like how a certain aspect of you in terms of how you think or how you're handling yourself.
I think you have to expand on that. What did you?
I don't even know what, but I like somehow that not to have like that intellectual answer to that question, like, oh, this is my name, I'm this gender, I work like that with this, I'm this, how many years old, or stuff like that. That's doesn't really say who you are. That's more like telling attributes about things.
Oh. Yeah.
But I guess it isn't the wrong. There's not a wrong answer, I guess.
No. Of course not. It's just a more right answer. No, I guess, I mean, the right, I don't know if there is a right answer, but I mean, it would pretty much to say nothing, because that's more of what you are, like just silence. I mean, but then you just go like.
But are you just silence?
I mean, I guess, yes. I mean, in the end, yes. I mean, you're just awareness. I mean, that's pretty much the same word as silence. Oh.
But okay, yeah, because it didn't sound like.
Oh, but that's also, it's hard. I mean, I'm trying to put words on silence.
Yeah.
Isn't that what sort of, yeah, that's what I try to do. I mean, but I'm not saying that I am so no pure awareness sitting here knowing everything. I'm just saying that I have a quite strong feeling that I know that's how it is. Like I have experienced more than once that is that truth. I mean, in meditation, and for doing a lot of meditation and deep meditation, that's like, I mean, in the end, it's just silence. That's what is like. There's not. I mean, there's nothing more than silence.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And on that note, yeah, this was a great, I mean, great show. Great. Yeah, I don't even know where we go from here now. Maybe we should stop it here and continue this. I don't know, next time.
Yeah.
It's been great talking to you, as always.
Yeah.
Now you can wave. I cut you off last time, so you can wave. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye.
Bye.